Hello, second graders. It's Miss Bjork. I will be teaching Sonday to you for the next few days. So what you need to grab is make sure you have your purple packet. That's lesson 96 through lesson 100 and a pencil. So we're going to start off like we always do. We're going to go through and say our sounds. Make sure you say the sound of the letter or letters that you see, and then I will say it after you. Okay, let's get ready. Or, all, are, boy, oil, er, a, e, I, o, u, e. O, a, u, I, a, e, ch, j, sh, ch, e. Okay, second graders, there's a lot of tricky ones in there to try to get all of the sound in, but let's open up the packet to the very first page, and we're going to get ready to do our spell sounds. So remember, listen carefully to the sound Miss Bjork says and think of the letter or letters that make that sound. The first one is nd, nd, like end, nd. Next we have like in book. So Your next sound is st, like best. Next you have ah. Then it, nt, mp, and a. The last one's kind of tricky. It's going to be the j sound, but not like J, the j, like at the end of the word edge. J, j. So the first one was nd. So we have nd. The next one was like in book. That's a double O. Then we have like in best. Then we have that short O that says ah. Short I that said I. We have nt, which was our NT. Mp, which was MP. The short which is E. Short a, which was A. And the last one was j at the end of a word like edge. And so that's going to be D, G, E. So that one's kind of a funny one. It makes the j sound with these letters. If you got them all right, you could give yourself a star, smiley face, whatever you feel like doing. Okay, so next we're going to move on and we're going to do some of our review words practice of reading them. I've got my iPad ready to get ready to time you. I'm going to set my timer and you're going to go through the list like you've done with me before, and you're just going to read through the words as many times as you can before the timer goes off. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, I'll read through them. You make sure you had the same thing as me. If not, really think about how to say it. Edge, rushing, quicker, pledge, glint, look, groom, fizz. Okay, let's try this next set of review words. Okay. Brunch, fudge, good, shorter, prong, pluck, mess, flyby. If you're doing good so far, you can give yourself a pat on the back for being proud of all the words you're saying. Okay, here's your next one. Go. Okay, we have junker, such, wedge, shin, plunk, bookshelf, flex, thicker. So there's a little bit of all the different sounds and letter combinations we've learned, but keep up the hard work. Okay. Okay, so there's some big ones in this list. We had snake oil, quell, ranch, smudge, cook, sixth, smoke stack, and sleet. Now, I'm going to show you something with smokestack here. This is a compound word where there's two words and they are put together. So this is kind of a big one. So let's look at how we could try to figure out how to say this word. So I have my sm at the beginning. And then I notice this is where smoke, that word ends. So there's a magic E, which makes this O say its long name. So we have smoke. And then we do the next part, st, my ST, then a, and then k at the end, smoke stack. So even though that's a super long word, second graders, you have actually learned all the patterns, how to figure that out. So hopefully you got it. If not, we'll try the next list. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, here we go. Swung, stalling, dredge, hissing, cheer, trash, queen, shake up. Nice job. We got one more set. Ready? Go. Okay, this one has some of those big ones in it where there was compound words that you would have to figure out. This one here and this one, they're kind of bigger, but I bet you could do it. Honk, sludge, stood, takedown, tenth, goodwill, clash, and prank. So takedown and goodwill, you could have broken up into take and down, and then good and will, and you would have been able to figure it out. Okay, let's move on to our sentences. Ready, go. Okay, you'll notice this one has a a contraction. It says, she says we'll all get a prize. And the last one, the edge of the dish is green. Okay, let's go one more time. Last set. Ready? Go. Keep it up, second graders. Okay, there's my timer. The first sentence says, did you make a batch of fudge? And the last one says, I slept too late this morning. Nice job, second graders. There's a lot of tricky ones in there, but you did it and you did it well. Okay, so number 4, let's do our spell words. So open up your packet again. We'll go through the first 3 words in the top row, and then we'll move on to the next ones. So really pay attention. The first word is slant. So I have slant, slant. Write that on the first spot. Slant. On the next line, write the word judge. J, j. Judge. Remember what sound that, or what letters make up the j at the end of a word. Judge. And the last one in this row is pull. Pull. Okay, if you need more time or I'm going too fast, just press pause on the video and then you can catch up. So the first word was slant. So I might sl, S-L blend, a, and then nt at the end, N-T, slant. The next word was judge with that j at the end. So I have my j, and then I hear the j at the end. So you might think a J, but really it's not a J. Remember how we learned at the end of the word that j sound is actually a D, G, E. So that's how you spell judge. And the last one was a sight word, the word pull. Pull, P-U-L-L. Okay, your first word on the second line is good. Good. So think, what makes the sound in the word? G, d. Good. The next word is fund. Fund. And the last one for this row is hint. Hint. Okay, so let's look at the first one. We have good. So I have my g, and then that sound is the double O, and then d for good. The next one is fun. So I have my and then and d blend at the end. And then the next one was hint. So I have my and then hint. Okay, on to the second to last row. The first word in this row is lodge, like a place where people might go vacation. So L-A-J, lodge. Think about that j sound at the end again. Lodge. The next word is cook. We have k, k. So I have the in the middle and I have a k at the beginning and the end. So think about which letter is going to make that k sound at the beginning and which letter makes the k sound at the end. And the next word is band. B-A-N-D. Band. Okay, so let's go through. So my L, A, and then that J, just like judge, the D, G, E at the end. The next word was K, starts with the C, and then the like in good, and then K at the end. And the last one in this line was band, B, A, and then the N-D, ending for the blend. Okay, last row. The word is bump. Bump. Next is the word hood. 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 And the last word in this row is fudge. 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 Okay, so the first word was bump. I have my b, and m, bump. The next word is hood. The double O, and then d. And the last word was fudge. I have my and then j. We remember is the D, G, E. Kind of crazy it makes that sound, but it does. Okay, we'll keep moving on. So number 4, we're going to practice our sentences now. Remember, capital at the beginning, punctuation at the end, and finger spaces. The first word in our first sentence is a contraction. The word is what's. What's. Don't forget to put the apostrophe. What's. Then your. Last. And name. I'll read that again. What's your last name? Now, something to remember with that is I'm asking you something. So are you going to put a question or a question mark or a period? What's your last name? So what's comes from what is. I'm going to take away the I, put an apostrophe in its place, and put the two words together for what's. Then your is that a sight word. Then last, and then name, you sound it out with a magic E at the end. Then I need that magic E at the end. And it's a question that I'm wondering, so I'm going to put a question mark at the end. What's your last name? And the last sentence. The first word is here. Here. Is. Your. Next. One. So I'm going to read that again. Here is your next one. Pause the video if you need a little bit longer. Okay, so here is your next one. And don't forget a period at the end. Double check to make sure you have the same as Miss Bjork. Okay, so let's move on to our very last part of introducing new material. Okay, so we have a new sound. Think about AW. What does that say? I know the word saw has AW at the end. So this says ah, ah. So on this line right here, write ah, ah, ah 3 times. Ah, ah, ah. And also say it 3 times to yourself. Okay, so now I have some words that I'm going to have you write on this line. They all have the ah sound in them. The first one is law. 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 So really, I just need to add the at the beginning and add the ah after it. The next word you need to write is jaw. 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 So similar to law, We just need to fix the beginning sound with a j and then ah, jaw. Okay, the next one is thaw. Like you have to thaw meat if it's frozen. So ah, thaw. Okay, so I hear the at the beginning and then ah after that. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. The next one has the ah in the middle of the word. The word is yawn. Yawn. So think y, ah, n. Yawn. Okay, so I have my y, my ah in the middle, and then n at the end. Yawn. Okay, so then the last one we're going to do for today is claw. You hear the ah at the end of the word. Claw. Claw. Think about what 2 letters make that up. So I have CL, claw. Okay, nice job, second graders. So now we're going to move on to the independent practice page. So turn to page lesson 96 in your packet. It says choose one vowel sound to complete all the words in each set. Write the words. So you need to decide for these words right here, does the a, or o ending make sense for all of them? Okay, so which one you can think of which one makes sense for them. Okay, so I have clow. Would that make sense? I don't think so. So I'm going to cross that off. Next, I have claw. That could make sense. Or I have clay. That one could also make sense. So I'm just going to hold off for a second to look at the next ones. Then we have my pull. So I have plaw. I don't think that's a word. How about play? Oh, play makes sense. Let's see with the S. A. Say makes sense. And then a. Oh, gray makes sense also. So I'm going to cross off my AW. And then right here, you're going to write AY to finish off clay, AY to finish off play, and AY to finish off say, and AY to finish off gray. Then down here on each of the lines, you're going to write the whole word. So right here, the first one was clay. So I'm going to write clay, and then write play. After that, write say. And the last one, I'm going to write gray. Why don't you do that right now? Okay. If you need more time, pause the video. I'm going to do one more with you, second graders, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. So I have my cool. Let's see if we can start crossing some off that don't make sense. Claw. Oh, that could work. Clay. That could work. Clow. That's not going to work. That's not a word. We'll cross that one off. So now we're down to 2. Saw. Okay. Say. Oh, both of those could still work. And we have draw. That's a word. Dray. Dray is not a word. Okay, so let's check ah and the last one. On. Lawn. That works. So I'm going to put my AW for claw, my AW for saw, my AW for draw, and my AW for lawn. And then down here, you're going to write the whole word of claw, saw, draw, and lawn. Okay, so second graders, what you're going to do is you're going to finish the rest of this page on your own. Make sure that you put the same sound for all the letters or all the words in each row. So finish this page, take a picture of it, And also go back and take a picture of your lesson 96 page and send it to your teacher on Seesaw. Great job today, second graders.